and I'm all out of whack, not paying attention. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another week of Dallas Beertalk. I'm your host, Victor Santana.
Yeah, hey, we're back. See, it's me, Victor, and Kirsty.
It's Invisible Kirsty.
Yeah, no, we're missing Kirsty today, so.
And then we got the guy with the best description, Jedi. What's going on, man?
Hey. What's up?
Best beer description of all time. My mouth is watering.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, good stuff.
I think everybody liked it. Shit, man, I was talking about the Invisible Car, man, but I forgot I was watching Atlanta. I watched the whole season of Atlanta. And there was a guy, like a celebrity had an invisible car. And I was going to joke about that with Kirsty being an invisible host. But since I explained the joke, it's not funny anymore. So,
yep, that's my rule. Not funny.
Yeah, you gotta explain it.
No, but I'm your host, Drew. I like beer, and I like to talk about beer, and I like to drink some beer. We got Victor over here, the king of queens, as they say.
Drinking vodka right now.
No, this is water. We're hydrating, getting ready for the show. So
no, it's been a rough week, man. They're definitely drinking some vodka.
It's been a busy day today, man. It's been a lot of stuff going on, I feel like. And
definitely, man.
Yeah, so. But anything new going on with you?
Giants suck. Yankees suck. My fantasy football team suck. So, all positives. Yeah. All positives.
Nah, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys
suck.
Normally good. They let me down, as I know a lot of our watchers are probably aware of and watch the game. We just kind of fell apart. We had no offense, no defense.
I've been saying that for years.
Well, I mean, hey, we've been doing really well, so it was kind of a weird situation. But
you've been doing well for the last 18 years, right? 18 years?
I don't know. I know we got a lot of rings.
18 years ago?
Not anytime
18
recently,
years ago?
But
18 years ago? I've been saying how many playoff wins in the last 18 years? It's a good question.
Like a whole one,
two,
something in that ballpark.
Yeah, something like that, right?
As many as Eli's got rings, I guess, right? So.
Facts. I like that. Facts. I like it. No, it's been an interesting week, man. I know Jedi's been kind of a rough week too. Computer guru over there.
Yeah, man. It started out, we went down to Houston this weekend to give out toys to Spider-Man. It was a disaster.
Really?
It was so bad that I don't know if I even want to do it anymore.
Like, as in the area was a disaster, or trying to give them out was
the whole
hard.
Thing. So I pick up. We brought a friend, Diane. She co-hosted the midday show with me. She came down, and we pick her up at like 5:45 a.m. because we wanted to be in Houston bright and early, like at 10 a.m. So we pick her up 6:15 in the morning. We're all of a sudden pulling over on the highway because I got a blowout.
Oh, that's not
fun.
Fun.
And a couple of months ago, somebody had shot out my back window.
Oh, but you kind of stay in the hood a little bit. So
yeah.
Understandable.
So whenever we got our glass replaced, they didn't do a good job because it leaks now. And so it had leaked in where I keep the spare tire. So my jack was rusted. Oh. Everything was rusted.
So
everything
was
was
all
rusted.
Creaky trying to get it to go?
I couldn't even get it open for like the first 5 minutes.
Damn.
And then I broke a lug nut.
What the fuck, bro?
So you ran with 4 of them?
Yeah. And then we ended up, so when I broke the lug nut, it got jammed into the jack. So it was a nightmare. Man. And then we're on this little bitty donut, right? And we get right back on the highway, and we start hearing this loud noise, like it sounded that when it was a blowout. So something's wrong. So I pull over immediately. I forgot to tighten the nuts.
Oh, it was shaking.
It was about to fall off, man. Like we were about to have a serious accident.
Dang.
And then so we're in like
you still driving to Houston?
Yeah. So we're like, okay, well, let's keep going. So we end up in Willis, Texas, and I ended up having to buy a new tire, which that was like our budget money right there, already gone.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh crap. So then we get close to Houston. The dude who was supposed to like link up with us and take us to all the places, not answering, not responding.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah. So we're like, well, let's just go to, because our hotel was in Galveston. We're like, let's just go to Galveston, man. It's been a horrible day because we're already like 4 hours behind. So we get to Galveston. The hotel room was all wrong. supposed to have a kitchenette so we could cook some stuff. It's all wrong. And so then the next day we like drove around Houston like looking for kids. Couldn't find any. I mean, we gave away like 1 or 2 toys. It was horrible.
You had all this stuff in the back.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, I'm writing myself a note right now, reminder, and I won't ignore it this time for the hospitals.
Connection.
Yeah,
Dude, I got a bunch of toys that need a new home.
yeah. So
To a deserving kid. So please, I beg you,
So I'm gonna
hook me up.
I'm gonna get a reminder real quick, so I'll make sure I get that locked in. So
Yeah.
see what happens.
Well, I'll shoot you a text to remind you too.
So at any point, like, when all that kind of started happening, like blowouts and whatnot, did you ever think, hey, maybe this is a sign?
Nah, I
There's a
don't.
time for me to go out to Houston.
I needed the beach.
Okay, gotcha.
Like, it was like, I'm getting to the beach.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't gonna stop me.
So did you like notice a lot of like was it bad through there? Like going through there, was it a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
destruction?
Yes, there was. There was a lot of debris. Getting in wasn't a big deal, but getting out, and that was another thing that made it miserable on Sunday trying to get back. There were 2 separate occasions where we just sat in like an hour's worth of traffic because it's like the highways just shut down to 1 lane because of all the damage.
Yeah. Damn.
And that was a killer. Like at one point I was like, well, I'm going to just leave my Spider-Man outfit on just in case we see some kids. It's already on. And I'm like driving in it. And my Spider-Man outfit is already a full body latex suit, right?
Yeah.
Well, under it, I wear these really thick spandex pants, kind of like why women wear sports bra to push stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do. So I'm like layered up, man, and it's
Burning up.
the heat,
Hot.
man. Stuck in traffic. I have a fan blown in my car, so the AC doesn't work properly whenever you're sitting still. Oh man, it was a
I've been
nightmare.
there. Yeah, I know that.
It was a nightmare.
Dang. Well.
Shout out to Houston.
Yeah.
Mm.
But we're thinking of trying to go back in 2 weeks.
Well,
Or to the beach, or where you?
Well, we'll always go to the beach. I mean, the beach is only 40 minutes away from Houston, so
Yeah.
there's no way I'm getting that close to the beach and not going.
It's kind of how Santa does. Like, he goes and delivers all across the world, but he ends up like in a nice like
Costa
Hawaii
Rica.
or
Hawaii.
somewhere. He's like, I'm going to the beach after all this like toy giving that I'm about to do. So,
shout out to that.
well,
I
you
haven't
tried,
been-
right? So I mean, that's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
Put
So
a better effort than I did.
yeah,
Well, we're going to try again.
I feel like blowout. You'd be like, all right, turn around on this donut and get me back somewhere where I can get in the tire and go try again a different week or something. But
No, I mean,
Cross
we
you
already
guys.
booked hotels and everything.
that's true too.
Fuck that
Yeah.
guy that disappeared on you. Fuck that guy or girl, whatever group.
Yeah,
that was.
man. Yeah, it was a bummer. And then he like sent me a message like Monday or Tuesday. How'd it go?
What do you mean? We're waiting on you.
I said, horrible. We didn't find any kids, dude. Oh, my bad. It was my son's birthday. You couldn't remember that?
like a week in
A
advance.
week before
When
I
you
was setting it up
scheduling
with
shit?
you? Yeah.
Wow.
No, but talking about Houston, man. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of celebrity interviews and stuff like that. People I like Gary Owens, I just heard this morning on the Breakfast Club, and a lot of people have been saying there's a lot of scam out there for like help for Houston, Florida, and now Puerto Rico, man.
Yeah.
Pay attention to who you donate money to, man. It's just be scary out there. People.
That's why I wanted to give it myself. I wasn't
Exactly,
about
yeah.
to just go drop off a bunch of toys that didn't. And then we went to like we were told to go to this one area, and it was like all rich people. And I'm like, no, those kids don't look like they need help.
Mhm. They're not wanting for
Yeah,
anything.
like we saw some kids in some area, but it was like that dude's got on Jordans. No, that kid does not look like he needed help.
He don't need- he
His
don't
dad
need-
just got out of a Rolls Royce. They're good.
Yeah, they don't need toys.
Yeah,
they don't need these
definitely
toys.
Didn't need toys.
Dang.
Yeah, So appreciate you doing that. Everybody else who wants
We
to help
tried.
out.
Yeah.
People who want to help
Give it a
out,
good shot.
pay attention to who you donate, who's reaching out to you for money.
Mhm.
Gotta pay attention to all that shit.
Yeah, definitely. So this week we have, I think we got a couple of beers to try this week. One that we were touting earlier was the pumpkin latte from, I think it's a collaboration with Cuvée Coffee from Cuvée Coffee, and Martin House.
Martin House is doing a lot of collabs, man. They have another collab with Bishop Cider, man.
Bishop Cider, yeah.
Big up to Bishop Cider. I love them a lot. I love their arcade, man, over there in Dallas, man. Shit's nice.
Yeah, pretty nice.
They have a Street Fighter 5. Yeah, Street Fighter 5. There they have all the Tekken games. Have
which I know you all about. I love me some good our man Jansen bringing in the good stuff as well. We have another beer on deck here. So we're sampling the Martin House one first, I believe. And we also have that Modus Mandarina India Pale Ale from Scott Brewing. So
this, I never had this brewing before. They're from Texas?
No, I don't believe so.
Colorado.
Yeah.
CO.
Yeah.
CO's Colorado, right?
Yep, it is. But let's give this pumpkin latte
Do
a little
Martin
try.
House first? All right.
Yep.
So we're gonna try the Martin House.
So trying to get everybody into that fall feeling. Hopefully.
Well, I love pumpkin pie. People who know me, I will destroy. Can't have pumpkin pie in my house. I will destroy that entire thing. I don't like the color already. Look at that. It's too pale.
Hey man, it looks like pumpkin pie.
No, it's too
Definitely smell the coffee.
Yeah, it's definitely got a little smell, little coffee smell.
Make sure you pour it right next time, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was too busy listening to you complain about it when I was pouring it.
You smell a hint of coffee.
Mm-hmm. It's got like a yeah. You definitely, it's like a coffee, like pumpkin smell to it when you first go in for it. You really smell like the beans.
You do. People who French press before, like do French press. If you ever get the ratio wrong with coffee and water, this is what it kind of smells like. Too much water, not enough coffee.
I can see that.
You know, that's what it smells like. No offense to, I don't think that's what they were going for, but.
So it's not bad. I think it doesn't really have much pumpkin flavor.
It's like none. I mean, it's like watered down coffee. I can see what they're going for. Like, well, take that back. The aftertaste, like the second aftertaste, you kind of get a hint of pumpkin.
It has like the spice, kind of the nutmeg kind of taste to it.
That's what it is. The nutmeg in the pumpkin pie. That's what you get, like the little aftertaste of that. The picture looks great though.
Yeah,
that picture is awesome though. Look at that picture.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can see where they're going with this. I definitely think another few batches of this, they'll get it on point. I mean, for me, because I love coffee and I love pumpkin pie.
You had high hopes for this.
Yeah, it's a little off for both. I mean, no offense.
Yeah.
People definitely might like it. It's just a little off because I really enjoy pumpkin pie and coffee.
There's one of those reviews up top from Stacy, that unique blend of coffee and pumpkin pie. Coffee being the dominant taste. I definitely get that. The coffee being more so.
Like coffee.
It's got like a little bit of a bitterness to it. It's not super sweet. But yeah, it's not what I was expecting, but it's not horrible by any means.
No, it's not bad by any means. I mean, I do. People who have watched the show from the beginning know I do rag on Martin House a lot. Man, it's not bad overall, but it's definitely not something I'll revisit unless they change it to something. It's just if you like coffee and like pumpkin pie, it's just disappointing between both.
See, I don't like pumpkin pie, and I don't like pumpkin anything, so I didn't think I would like it.
Yeah.
And now I actually do like it. I'm on the other end of the spectrum.
True,
I'm like, yeah, I like that. There's not much pumpkin flavor to it.
So, yeah.
But I do taste it, though.
You get the nutmeg, like you said, nutmeg.
Yeah, I really taste the nutmeg of it. But yeah, it's interesting. I thought it was going to be a little bit sweeter, which I didn't really want so much because I'm not a big sweet fan. Yeah, so it's good on that end, and I love me some coffee. So it's
I think because we drink coffee for just uninitiated. Me and Andrew drink really strong coffee. Like when I make my French press, people look at it like there's no water in there. Like it's really strong coffee.
It's yeah, and it is, and that's how we both kind of enjoy the coffee. So
what kind of coffee do you make?
I make just regular coffee, but I do like
imagine espresso bean.
Imagine an espresso, but like 18 ounces of espresso.
Yeah. Okay.
Imagine that.
Yeah. So when I wake up in the morning, so Victor and I, we work real early in the morning. So I think I wake up around like 3:30ish in the morning.
I'd say here. My alarm goes off at 3, but I don't got a bench like 3:30.
I get a couple snoozes in, but so I've got an espresso machine because I really love espresso. So I got an espresso machine. I usually drink about 4 shots of espresso when I first get up in the morning. get to work. We start work around 5:30ish. Work till about maybe like 8 or 9, and then go for some of the coffee from his French press. So we're all about some coffee. So
yeah, drink a lot of coffee in the morning, man. So for people like for me who drinks a lot of coffee, it tastes like the initial smell and flavor tastes really watered down. So it gets a bad, like, smell plays a big part of how you interpret things and taste. So I already get like a negative feel to it, in my opinion. And I don't want to say this is bad. By all means, it's not bad. It is not bad whatsoever.
Yeah, I think going into it, I was expecting more pumpkin, and so I was kind of disappointed on that fact. But I think overall it's a pretty decent beer. I think that it's got like it's a strong coffee taste when you go in, or smell when you go in for it, and it's got.
What I was thinking?
What?
My only advice is maybe make this a stout, because stout already has a natural coffee flavor to it, especially the way you brew it. Maybe add a little more of the coffee, the pumpkin spice to it.
Yeah.
Might help it. I don't know. I mean, this is a good beer as a fact of something. If you want to try something new, you want to experiment, definitely give it a shot.
I talked to one of the girls that works over at Taps and Caps, where I got this from, and she was saying that you can actually use this as an ingredient in pumpkin pie.
Not smart.
So
she's a bartender.
So she's real cool, and I was like, that's an interesting thought, and I'm sure you probably could, but I was like, that seems like a pretty expensive ingredient to throw into your pumpkin pie, because you're looking at like for a 4-pack of these, it's like $10-11. So, but what I was saying is what I could see is having one of these next to a pumpkin pie, and then you might be pretty good. It might balance out pretty well, because it's kind of bitter. Have the sweet of actual slice of pumpkin pie with it.
A real pumpkin pie.
Yeah, real pumpkin pie
with
on
the
side.
crust.
So I can see that, and
that might be good.
That actually might be a nice little dessert pairing. You know what I'm saying?
Can you pull up the Martin House website again? Because they have pairings with that, right? I think Martin House does one of the few websites that has pairings. Not few, but craft brews that say pair with. If you scroll down, special ingredients. Yeah, they gotta do activities. They don't do pairing.
Adventure pairing.
I feel like for activities, if you're gonna have you should have like poker, dominoes on there.
Always
movie watching.
If they do like food, if they were to do food pairing, I think definitely a slice of pumpkin pie goes hand in hand with this, right? Like, come on,
that'd be good, because it's kind of like I was saying before. I think I was expecting the beer to be a little bit sweeter.
So when you first posted a picture last week, I was thinking very sweet beer, and I'm not a big fan of sweet beer, but of pumpkin, so I'm down to try it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But not sweet at all, man. That's very, as aspect of thinking pumpkin, disappointed in that. It's definitely, man, it's worth a try. I say fucking buy it, especially if it's limited edition. They don't know if they're gonna make it again. So.
I think they do. I think it's like like they do it every year, as far as I know. But I know they only made like 4 kegs this year, according to their Instagram account. So that's where I first heard about it. So I know there's a lot of good pumpkin beers that come out every year. A big one, talking about Houston earlier. St. Arnold is
man. Shout out to St. Arnold's again, man.
They had some good stuff, but they
had a few beers over the weekend with them.
Yeah.
Man,
what'd you try?
They had a few stouts. They had two different styles of stouts.
Yeah.
Porters. And again, so I gotta look that up, man. What's the difference between porters and stouts? I don't fucking know, to be honest. I don't fucking know.
I think
the ingredients might be different. It has to be different.
I'm not 100%. I'm not like a pro by any means, but I want to say that a porter is a little bit more. Like when you get a stout, it's a little bit like less carbonated than like a.
And porter's more carbonated.
But I don't know. They're dark beers, and they're both tasty, and I like to drink both of them.
I like porters and stouts, but I don't know the difference between them. I just know that people call one a porter and one a stout.
Yeah. All right, so I consulted the mighty Googles. Do y'all want to know what it has to say?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
The only main difference many brewers still agree on is the kind of malt that should be used to brew each type of beer. Porters use malted barley, and stouts are primarily made from unmalted roasted barley, which is where the coffee flavor most people associate with stout comes from.
Interesting.
The roasted flavor of barley. That is fucking interesting. So they don't use. I always assume they use coffee beans and stuff. I don't fucking know.
Unmalted roasted barley. So what is malted barley versus unmalted barley?
Another good question. Let's answer.
I
Google
think
the answer.
I think the malted is with like it's like sweeter.
Age? I think it's
The
age, isn't it?
The malt is the malt is the actual like sugar that they use.
In barrels, like, don't they like?
I mean, just whenever you're brewing
it says malt is germinated cereal grains that have been dried in a process known as malting.
That didn't help. All right, thank you.
Facts.
Thank you, Google.
So, but like I was saying before, St. Arnold has the Pumpkinator that they release every year, and
I gotta look for that.
That one is super super good, especially since I know now that you're a pumpkin pie fan. Probably won't be for Jedi over here, but
Yep, I'll try it though.
it's not bad.
We'll
That
get
one's
it for the
good.
show. Fuck yes.
Another one is I think it's Southern Tier. They have one that's called the Pumpkin, and that one's really tasty. That's gonna run you like pretty pricey though.
Money don't matter.
Money don't. Big ballin' Victor over here throwing it down.
don't.
Some of these like pumpkin ales get pretty pricey because they're really popular during this time of the year, and so
I don't give a fuck.
hey, just making the money.
I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, all right. Then next time I want you to bust out some cash. We're gonna get ourselves some pumpkin. It's like a
Listen.
4-pack of some. I think 12 ounces.
If it's under $100, I'm buying that shit.
Oh,
All right, get us some of that sour that we had last
Ooh,
week.
okay,
too,
yeah.
While you're at it.
Yeah.
That's
So Jansen was a
fine.
big fan of that pineapple Thai basil.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to the community.
Petite Golden
Is it
Sour.
Community, right?
No, but Collective Brewing.
Collective Brewing. Fuck, I'm stupid.
Yeah, they had that one last. We had that one last week, and Jansen
Have we
and
had
Kevin
community?
really liked it. So
Everybody liked it. Everybody liked it except for me.
We've tried some community. I don't think Kirsty was too big on it.
What
but
beer Kirsty does love?
that's true. We should be like, we all want Kirsty to approve of our beer.
The day that Kirsty says I love this beer is the day that's the only comment I'm put on Facebook when I post it. It's gonna be like,
Kirsty loves it.
all you need to know is Kirsty loves this beer.
Loved by all. So, but that one was really interesting beer. I was telling him he needs to check out that cup of ramen that we actually, or excuse me, cup of beer that we had on the show before.
Oh man, that shit was delicious. And so people who have tried the cup of ramen, cup of noodles, whatever that shit's called from Collective Brewing,
cup of beer.
excuse me, fucking delicious. And I think I tried it with vodka before, and I think that's good. But what other way can you try it? Like, you can try things. You can add liquor to it because it's very low ABV in it, very low.
It's pretty low. I'm sure there's a lot of things you can add to it. For me, I enjoyed it for what it was.
Maybe
I would
tequila?
say if
You think tequila?
I don't know. I mean,
Just
been
think
so
about
long.
this, man.
I don't know. I think you just need to first, if you're gonna try it how it is meant to
definitely.
be tried, and then maybe
Definitely.
sample it afterwards because I'm sure you can get some good mixology in there. And
Can we? Oh, that's the one of the episodes for end of the year. We're gonna get a bunch of cup of ramen, or
cup of beer,
cup of beer.
cup o beer.
Cup O beer, whatever.
Yep.
And get a bunch of different liquors, and we're gonna try fucking blending this shit and figure out what goes best. The fuck.
I'm down. Yeah, but Jedi, I think you should try that cup of beer, man.
I'm
very
gonna
tasty.
try it. I don't think I'm gonna try it with some liquor though. I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know
we'll
about
try it
that.
on the show. We'll try it on the show.
Okay.
That's a show where we're gonna have dinner afterwards.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Something in between.
We do not condone drinking and driving.
That's
Yeah.
right. But yeah, I think overall with this Martin House, I had high expectations for it. I think it is good on some notes, but I think I was kind of lacking the pumpkin. Definitely got the coffee flavor, but
Yeah, man.
not half bad. I think maybe the next batch, hopefully, have a little more pumpkin. I'd be a fan of that.
Yeah. Again, it's a good beer. You can see where they're going with either way. You said it's not their first time doing it, so maybe they do a little something different every year. I can't speak on Martin House. I don't know anybody who works up there. But I definitely, for people who are coffee fans and people who are like pumpkin pie fans, you might be disappointed, but it's definitely interesting enough to say, hey, give it a shot.
Yeah, it's definitely it's not just a typical style. So it's everybody loves pumpkin ales. If you're a big fan of coffee, I would say try it because it's got definitely got the cuvee coffee in there.
Oh, you could taste it. No, you could just smell it.
Yeah.
You could taste it. I just wanted more of the flavor.
Yeah, I think if you're looking for pumpkin flavor, you might want to look for a different pumpkin ale. But overall, not half bad. I enjoyed it for the most part.
It's
but
enjoyable.
I was really wanting some pumpkin. So
You know what? Talking about a bunch of different pumpkins that you mentioned already, but the craft brew. I should know more craft brew pumpkins. I don't. The only one I think of when it comes to pumpkin of this time of year is Samuel Adams, and I like that shit.
Wait,
So,
do they have a pumpkin?
Yeah, they fucking do.
Never tried it.
It's fucking good.
Ah, man, I got spoiled one time. I went to Flying Saucer in Fort Worth with some friends, and talking about the St. Arnold. They had, so I forget, it was like a 2-year-old pumpkinator, and it was like, I think this was like back like a couple years ago. So it was like a 2013. It was 2015, and
was it a stout?
Yeah, so it's basically like an imperial pumpkin porter, I want to say. But it's real strong, really tasty.
That sounded really gay.
But yeah, man. But it was really good. So I've been looking for, every time I go up to Flying Saucer now, I'm like, hey, do you guys have any of those in? Because they keep them tucked away, you know. So I kind of ask, hey, you guys got any of those in? Haven't had any, so I'll be looking forward to that this year. Hopefully, try to find some somewhere.
You know what? Talking about age on stouts and porters, Ballast Point, that stout.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call Kirsty and see if she brings hers up here.
Yeah. So, for those of you who didn't watch that Ballast Point episode when we had Jake from
shout out to
Jake the Snake from Ballast Point, he came on and he was gracious enough to bring us all a. I think, what did he say, like 5 or 6-year-old?
This is a 5-year-old stout.
Yeah, it's
that he found in a warehouse.
Victory at Sea is and
it's
so
a beer.
He went and checked it out of the warehouse. He's like, oh, this boy is like this many years old. I'm taking this. It has the old logo on the bottle, and so he brought it for us to each have as a gift. So Victor, Kirsty, and I, we each have a bottle of it tucked away. And we're all kind of like looking at each other, like, who's gonna give first? Like, you want to try it? You bring yours. Bring mine. I don't mind bringing mine, but you want to bring yours? You want to bring yours?
Literally, the group chat was like that.
So we'll see who cracks first. And
I mean, I'll sacrifice if Kirsty doesn't want to. But Kirsty, I'm just saying, you don't like it. You don't like stouts.
I've got mine tucked away for a rainy day. I have my boy Pancho. He has a. He's in like a bottle trading company like group, group, and so he's, he kind of bring like rare and different beers, and you can bring it to that. So I was like, I told him I might bring that one, so we'll see. But I definitely want to try it. It sounds.
I definitely want to try it too. I was definitely interested. I mean, there's holidays coming up. There's so many ideas to come through. Of course, I'm Puerto Rican, so I'll bring coquito up here for one of our weeks here, so everybody could try it.
Yeah, his coquito's good. Are you a big fan of rum, Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, kind of, do you know what coquito is?
No, I don't.
So, you kind of explain, it's like rum.
It's like the Puerto Rican eggnog version, but it's not nothing like eggnog. No whiskey, nothing like that. What it is like coconut milk and a lot of other things with cinnamon and rum mixed together.
Sounds good.
It's sweet.
It's absolutely delicious.
Strong. It's good. Yeah, it's very tasty.
It's now the history. I wish I knew more of the history, and I will for the show look it up, the history of the drink. But as we as Puerto Ricans, especially like New Yorkers, we celebrate it during the holidays, starting like Halloween. We start making it and shit like that. So don't know the history where it came from, but it's fucking absolutely good.
Is it like what is that? Horchata?
No, so
it's similar, but it's different.
Yeah. So horchata is like more watery, kind of like it's some like a cinnamon milky water, right? This one's thicker. Like think of like eggnog. It's not like eggnog thick, but it's got like more of a thicker consistency.
Gotcha.
It really is like a more like, I think like the Caribbean eggnog essentially.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's always been compared to. So quick, 2 things about how I got disappointed with eggnog, because I never had eggnog until I moved to Texas, and people always say growing up in New York, they were like, "Oh, this is like eggnog. It's like Puerto Rican eggnog," and people would always describe it that way. And I always thought eggnog was sweet and delicious.
It is,
which it is. Thank you. Okay.
It is not.
Let me finish this. But I got some 2 cents on that. And I thank you, Jedi. Thank you. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Disgusting.
Finish your thought.
But I always. I don't even know where I was going now. I'm just stuck with that eggnog.
You said it was. You always thought it was like sweet. And,
yeah. Okay. So sweet. So compare it to eggnog, right? The consistency is a little not as thick as the eggnog, but what it is made with is condensed milk, coconut milk, you got cinnamon, and then you got just water, you boil with rum and stuff like that, and you let it sit and age. You know, it's fucking absolutely delicious. So it's a little.
It is good.
It's not as watery as horchata, but it's a little thicker, and it's fucking absolutely good. And so, but it's very sweet. So if you're
it's pretty sweet.
If you're on a diet, by any means, this will destroy anybody's diet.
Is it keto?
No, fuck no,
Not keto.
Not even close. But there's also different versions. There's not one set proof like this is the way to make it. Same way with eggnog. Over the years, I've had some that I kind of liked, and I had some that definitely hated. It's different depending on the family who makes it. They make it a little different, but it's absolutely good. But one of the key factors is barrel aged rum, coconut milk, and cinnamon. It's the key factors. Like those has to be there every time.
Yeah. So growing up, my brother and I, we were really big fans of eggnog. And I don't know if you guys ever had those like kind of like holy shit moments going through life where you think, hey, I think everybody's on board with me. Like I thought growing up, I thought everybody liked eggnog, and I'm a big fan of eggnog, right? And so I would always be like, hey, to my friends, offer them some eggnog. You want some eggnog? And they're like, no, that stuff's gross. Like, and I found out there's like I feel like I'm a minority now in the sense that not that many people like eggnog. And I fucking love eggnog.
There's not
delicious.
a winter that goes by that I do not drink eggnog. Like I get my kick where I drink a lot of eggnog.
It's a waste if you don't have some eggnog, right?
Yeah. It's a good winter when you don't have eggnog. But here's the deal, man. No, not the shit on eggnog and shit on your how you feel about it.
Yeah, why you hate on my eggnog?
Yeah, nah, I'm not, man. There's a deal, man. If you had both, right? You've had both.
Yeah. Still prefer eggnog.
You still prefer it?
I do.
But you could prefer it. That's fine. But compare how sweet is coquito traditionally.
Yeah, coquito's more like it's sweeter.
It's
and
like horchata on fucking steroids.
It is. It's like horchata and eggnog, and they fucked, and that's the shit that they birthed was
the Puerto Rican eggnog coquito.
Yeah, basically,
and it's fucking delicious. So having that, that's my preferred. So having that and then switching to eggnog, is like it's rough, and I don't like it.
I can see that. It's just a big. It's a different. It's more. It definitely has more of like a milky taste than the coquito does. It's more like sugary.
And that's why I was kind of skeptical of horchata before I tried it, and I had it. I was like, oh, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah, but it blew my mind because growing up, I always thought that it was just kind of the general consensus that everybody liked eggnog. My mom doesn't like it, so she would always buy it for my brother and I, and we loved it. And I thought everybody loved eggnog, and I found out as I went on, like, do you like eggnog? Do you like eggnog? It seems like nobody likes eggnog.
But
so
you hang out with a lot of Latin people, and Latin people.
No, it's across the spectrum. Like my close friends group is pretty diverse, and nobody really likes eggnog except for me. And I've tried it. I have had people try it that haven't tried it. Not big fans.
What is your favorite like store-bought eggnog?
Oh man, so okay, I kind of go back and forth. Have you had the Promised Land stuff?
Yeah.
It's a little too thick and a little too much, and I thought it was gonna be really good. It's very rich. Like their milk in general is real rich. I think I kind of like it's the one that not Borden, but it's the one.
I was about to say Borden.
Is good, but there's another one that's in like because the Borden usually comes like in the little plastic containers. It's another one that's in like the actual milk carton.
Well, if you go to Baskin and Robbins, they have a eggnog that is to die for.
Ooh, you like eggnog ice cream?
Baskin Robbins?
Yes.
You like eggnog ice cream?
No, I don't think I've had that.
Dude, eggnog ice cream is the tits. So, yep. Yep.
Would eggnog go good with coffee?
I don't know, but it's like good with some good rum and whiskey. That's the great thing about eggnog. You can put a bunch of stuff in there, and it's just...
Yeah, we got to get you some coquito, because I think you'll really like coquito.
Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely make some. Well, this be very clear. I can make it the way my family makes it for us, or I can make it for you.
No, make it how your family makes
it. Yeah, you got to try it the legit way first.
No, it's not the legit way. My family makes ours super strong. My mom and I were self-proclaimed alcoholics.
Hey, so did she make the last batch with you last time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Mama did it right. She did it right. Yeah.
So we do Bacardi Gold, which is a Puerto Rican rum, of course, and we pour like half a bottle in there as we make in a gallon. So it's half a bottle of Bacardi Gold, and let that sit for a few days. And then as we let it sit, we come back with Bacardi 151, and we top it off, and we stir it, and then that's how we serve it to people. So it's pretty fucking strong.
It is strong. Yeah, it is. And it really was. And he warned me. He's like, whenever you try, it's like, hey, it's pretty strong. So if you don't, because this is my first time trying it, was last year. He made it for like around Christmas time. He had been promising it and talking about it, kind of hyping it up. So I was wanting to try it. And I think he gave me like 2 little mason jars about yay big. Took them home to the wife, and we sampled it. And so both really liked it. But it's tasty. It is pretty strong.
The moonshine of eggnog.
Yes, that's the best way to describe it.
That's a good way of putting it. It's strong and sweet and tasty. So, but yeah.
But talking about that coquito, like I like the way my family makes it. I prefer it the most. But what I feel like the best way to try it is my friend Ariel. It's like my big brother I never had that I hang out with, man. And the way he makes it is fucking a really great way to do it for everybody to try it. It's not as thick as the way me and my mother make it because we put a little bit more condensed milk in it and carnation milk in it. So it's a little more thicker. Yeah. So closer to eggnog.
That's the eggnog consistency.
Closer than it should be. Because tradition is a little more watery.
So yours is like for me the kind of the baseline because I haven't tried anything else. So
yeah,
very good.
So tradition is a little more watery. So you do have carnation milk and then you have condensed milk. So you have all these mixed together. But we put a little bit more in that because the condensed milk definitely makes it sweeter. And carnation milk too. So that's part of where the sweetness come from.
Yeah.
So, but when my friend Ariel makes it, it's strong, but it's a little more acceptable on an entry level. And it's fucking delicious. And I feel like if he makes his, and me and my mom makes ours.
And you mix them?
No, we should have everybody try it.
Oh, you do like a side-by-side sample?
Yeah, and then have eggnog in there too.
Dang. Sign me up. That's making me thirsty.
Christmas
episode. Making me thirsty.
That's going to be a Christmas episode.
I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready for some cold weather. Ready for the white girls in Ugg boots. I'm ready for it all. But I'm getting thirsty just thinking about some eggnog and coquito and everything. So on that note, I know we have one more beer left.
Yeah.
So that's my segue that I brought to you by Kirsty.
Shout out to Kirsty.
Let's bust out the Ska Brewing. So
Ska Brewing. I like the Reservoir Dogs or
Blues Brothers. I want to say.
You go Blue Brothers all the time. I go Reservoir Dogs all the time.
No, I was thinking Reservoir Dogs. Honestly, just looking at it.
There's the suits and stuff. Yeah.
I like the side of it. It's got a lip up fatty. So very nice.
So it's IPA.
One of Victor's favorites.
It is my favorite.
Let's give it a little sample. Jansen had a little pre-game sample of it, so he's already been formulating his opinion.
Yeah.
Do we have a website up for them? Do we have a website?
Yeah, I got one.
There we go. I like it. See, we watch our own videos we post.
It's very orange.
It is. Oh, it's got an orange flavor to it?
Well, that too, but the color.
Oh, my God. No, smell it.
Salud.
Salud.
Oh, it does kind of like a malty orange
smell
to it. Got kind of a florally bouquet, if you will.
This is fucking delicious.
See, when I got this,
it's real good.
I don't like IPAs.
Yeah.
And I've been noticing my palate has been changing. I've been liking stuff that I normally don't like. So I thought I'd give another IPA a chance. I still don't like IPAs.
No. Not digging it?
Not digging it.
Well,
is that why I saw you pounding it down earlier?
Yeah.
Well, here's the deal. There's definitely styles IPA. So before I give my opinion on the beer, there's lack of a better words, a Texas, a Southern style IPA. There's the East Coast that's recognized IPA style, Northeast, and then there's a West Coast style IPA recognized, right? So I definitely prefer the West Coast style IPA. So on that segue to this beer, right? The citrus orange flavor to it definitely fucking gives it a point and a heads up for me because I love fucking oranges. I love that flavor hit, but it nearly hits you with the fucking the hops. It hits you with a lot of hops right after that.
I'd say it's moderately bitter with the hops, but I'm a hop head, so I like all the hops. It does have like a nice citrus like hint to it, kind of zest. God, it's good. So, but yeah, like so for any people who've tried like your typical Blue Moon or something like that, it's got like a really orange, like a shock top or something. I feel it's got a real orange
shock
flavor.
Top is more like Blue Moon. I feel like Blue Moon doesn't have any orange flavor, but because they serve it with oranges typically.
Yeah, but I'm just saying for this one, you get like a little bit of a nice like orange zest to it, but it's not overpowering. It's a real nice hint. Like they add a little bit to it, so
No, Jenny, can you do they have a website? Can you bring up?
Oh yeah.
And I think they have another one. I want to say this is like a different version of their other one that they have. It's Modus Operandus. This is the other one. I think that's what it's called.
Oh, look at that. ABVs.
Yeah, 6.8.
6.8, 7% basically. So it's pretty good on the ABV side.
Yeah,
It says it's good with steak, burgers, and other grilled or smoked meats.
and
Oh
yoga.
my god, it's from Oklahoma. It's not Oklahoma, Colorado. It's fucking deer meat. Fucking with deer meat.
Some elk. Some nice
Fucking
elk.
elk. Oh my god, that'd be delicious.
Shout out to Joe Rogan. Big supporter of Dallas Beer Talk.
Big support. Big support.
Mm-hmm.
No man, this is good. I was hoping to say what type of style of IPA they were shooting for. I would assume West Coast style. But I don't know. Listen, for IPA people who don't like IPA. So for me and Jedi, I don't like it as an IPA style, but it's fucking definitely worth a try if you don't like IPAs, just because the citrus flavor to it. It does definitely give you a sweet smell to it and a nice citrus note when you first drink it.
Yeah, it really does.
Hops come right behind it, but it's a definitely good transition. A flavor, man. I would not be mad if I had a 6-pack in my fridge with this. I would not be mad.
I wouldn't either, because I love me some IPAs.
Yeah, man. So for people who love IPAs, this is definitely a try. For people who are on the fence of IPAs who say they don't like it, I also say give it a try, because I don't know what everybody's palate is different. Let's be very clear. Same thing with Martin House earlier. And this one, any beer we try, everybody's palate and what your interpretation of beer and flavors is going to be different from person to person. So this is definitely worth a try, in my opinion, because there's a lot of notes here that's positive.
Yeah. I think it's well balanced. So, very tasty. Good call, Jedi. Thanks to Jedi. He actually brought it this week, so.
Yeah, man. So, thank you, man. It's fucking delicious.
You're welcome.
Very tasty.
Fuck.
Any notes you want to add onto that about the beer? I know you're not.
Yeah. Nah.
How does it stack up to your pineapple Thai basil from last week?
Oh, dude, it's not even on the scale. I mean, this is a -1.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. To me, it tastes like pennies. Like, have you ever put pennies in your mouth?
It's that bitterness you get kind of from the hops.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, there's different styles of IPAs. We need to bring some different ones.
I definitely. I wish you were working here when we had Ballast Point on here. Their style of IPA is definitely West Coast style. It's very
Manhattan Project.
What
we
is
had them
Deep
on.
Ellum Brewing's? Do y'all know? Because I've tried theirs, and of all the IPAs, that's the most tolerable one.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Depends on which one. Like that. I mean, everybody
we'll bring them on the show. They can kind of break that
that
down for us.
Bring them on the show. We talk about it. We bring what they what they come. But I think if you had Bitter Sisters IPA is a really good IPA they have there. Also Manhattan Projects. Oh, they had a really good IPA.
So on the Manhattan Project note, real quick, they did a it's like a gonna get the name wrong, so I won't even try. But it's basically like a pina colada style, kind of like IPA.
I seen them post about it.
Yeah,
have you tried it?
Yeah, no. So they had it. I think this is their third go around with it. They had their first batch. We heard was fairly pineapple-y, and the second one wasn't as like overpowering with the pineapple. So I want to see how this third style is. And they're actually releasing it today. So if anybody lives around at Taps and Caps, they are supposed to have some of those in. So I was thinking about swinging by on my way back home.
Episode next weekend.
Yeah.
Next week.
So see if we can get some of that in my growler. And but it's called oh man, I want to have it on the tip of my tongue, but I don't want to say it and mess it up. But
it's Manhattan Project's Pina Colada style IPA, man. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, as I go on this journey with Andrew and everybody on the show of learning more about beer, because I am not a beer guy traditionally, going on this journey and learning about beer, Manhattan Project stays on the top 5 breweries that is the best, in my opinion. Just on variety, just on quality. Like, I like them a lot. I really, really like them a lot.
Yeah.
And no offense to any other breweries. It's just either I haven't tried you guys yet, or I haven't had enough to try. And it's just
that's definitely a good way to put it. I think they're cool people. We we had them on the show. Really thoughtful about the whole brewing process,
Yeah.
and they really take the time to think about your drinking experience and the different phases of and the different like senses that you're going to actually encounter while you drink the beer. And so they're very thoughtful in that aspect, and they do a really good job. And it's really kind of refreshing to have a brewery that really takes that much time to craft a lot of their stuff. So I really enjoyed Manhattan Project, and looking forward to hopefully having them back on the show sometime soon. So
Yeah, man. We definitely gonna reach out to. So part of the show is just us talking about life, right? And the other part of it is us trying new things, trying new beers. So we are working together as much as we can. We both have work full-time jobs. Andrew has a family. We're doing the most we can, but we are working on reaching out to a lot more breweries and be more consistent of having bars and breweries on here, but people who have more experience of drinking beer
to
on
come
the show
to come enlighten us
and teach us.
Yeah, so
Definitely. So we definitely gonna reach out to a lot. And then Manhattan Project, man, the guy himself,
Carl.
Thank you. Carl, is it Carl?
Coral.
Carl. So I just want to finish watching Walking Dead. So yeah, man. I mean, it was probably my favorite episode, just of the way it describing tasting beer and his interpretation of it was absolutely on point.
One of the things I think about him, he was really a patient person, as far as he enjoys having people on that are talking to people that want to like learn more about craft beer and have questions and say what they like about beer. And you don't have to say it in any flowery terms, but he's like, I appreciate what you get from the beer, and he's able to kind of talk you through different aspects of it. And so he's really patient person as far as like teaching and learning. And so yeah, really cool guy. And we had some good talks about just different stuff. So if y'all haven't checked out that episode, definitely check it out. It's a good episode. So
It's a really good. It's probably one of my favorite episodes, just of the quality of.
And what's a good way people can go back and watch those episodes?
It's gonna be on YouTube. It was episode 18, 19, if I'm not mistaken, and then Facebook is probably the best way to find both of those.
Dallas Beer Talk.
Dallas Beer
Yep,
Talk.
Dallas Beer
Facebook,
Talk. If you guys are actually looking to do just pure audio so you guys can listen to it while you drive, we do have it actually set up through SoundCloud as well.
Yes, sir.
So Victor's been good enough about setting that up and keeping us current. So SoundCloud, you can check it out. Just put it on the auxiliary cord while you guys drive around town. Unless you got the new iPhone, and then you don't have an auxiliary port at that point, so you're screwed.
or Bluetooth.
So.
Yeah, you got Bluetooth. You got a new car, a new iPhone. You got Bluetooth.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know, man, but I feel like, so I touched about this before, just on people in general, because how I approach me talking about beer is I don't know shit, man. I don't know. I like rum. I like liquor. I like something sweet. I'm more on the sweeter side, so I like bitch drinks. No offense. Like, that's how people call it.
No offense to the bitches.
All out there.
Yeah.
So I just like sweeter drinks.
Yeah.
So beer is I rarely like beer. I'm very basic when it comes to beer. So as this journey has been going on, I've been very upfront. I'm like, I don't know. Help me. Like, what is a good beer in your opinion? So in this journey, all the brews we had on here has been very helpful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
All the people I've reached out to in person and through conversation on phone have been super helpful of understanding and stuff like that. So what I was expecting more on some beer snobs type thing was people being assholes, but it's a complete opposite experience.
That's good. That's
know?
definitely true. I think especially having all the different breweries we've had on the show, I think the unifying factor are a few things. And what I've kind of found is that, one, everybody really cares about craft beer and the product they put out. They all put like a lot of like thought into their beer. They're all real humble, just down to earth people that we've met so far, right? Just interested in
every aspect, from sales to brewing to like people doing third party like bars and stuff. Like, everybody's been super down to earth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I think they kind of are definitely down for just that kind of honest conversation we kind of strive for here. So yeah, they've all been real cool. Care about their product, and they just like to drink and have fun. So I mean, that's really kind of what we boil it down to here in the show, right? So yeah, it's all been cool people. Hopefully we shooting for some. We have some breweries in the works as well to come on the show. So you know, we're looking forward to the future and some new stuff coming up. So
definitely, man. There's a lot of things on the pipeline. We keep you posted once we get concrete answers, man. But we've got a lot of ideas to learn together with you guys and learn ourselves. So be patient, man. We'll be ready coming up here soon.
Hey, so I was just Googling some stuff about IPA beers. And this article just came out a couple of weeks ago. Hops and IPA beers linked to man boobs.
I heard about that. Yeah, I think it was.
What facts they have? Wait, hold on. I hate these articles.
I think almost reposted that on our page just as I knew Victor would get a kick out of that. But is it a NPR article? I know it's a study, but
yeah, it's a study. So basically, it has to do with the hoppy ales contain phytoestrogens, which are compounds that naturally occur. They help you to get sleep at night and can be aid of women going through menopause.
But I doubt it's that much to give you fucking boobs as a guy.
They contribute to man boobs and what's known as brewer's droop.
Brewer's droop.
This refers to
That's a good name.
That's
erectile dysfunction.
I was gonna say that's the craft beer version of ED. So.
Yeah. Do you have ED, bro?
Nope. I just had a daughter not too long ago, so no, sir.
No offense, you guys out there who have ED. So
we're sorry. We didn't mean to step on your toes, guys. But drink up and stay happy. That's what we're all about here. So, Victor,
it
man,
says eat a lot of kale and broccoli and Brussels sprouts, and you'll be good.
we're good. We're on a keto diet. We got nothing but broccly.
A lot of leafy greens.
Some of them leafy greens.
Oh
Keep
my
it good.
God, that hit me hard.
Fight the old brewer's droop. But yeah, that's why Victor's sipping on that beer, man. Come on, Victor. Get down on that beer.
IPAs.
Do you have anybody that could dispute that fact, Victor?
I can just envision it. I'm fucking dying over here. I'm crying. I'm literally crying, guys. Like, this is
so beautiful. This
so I was
beautiful.
reading comments
so
in the actual article, and one guy's like, "Worth it."
That is awesome.
facts.
Is he single though? That's what I wonder. Either way,
Pretty sure he's single.
worth it.
I'm pretty sure he's single.
Hilarious.
Oh my God, that's fucking. Oh my God, I don't know why I'm laughing so much.
It's all the brewer's droop, bro. Getting you.
Oh my God, that was fucking good.
Yeah.
I can't stop dropping F-bombs though.
Yeah,
YouTube
man,
would
this
not-
is a family show.
YouTube would not monetize this episode.
A family show.
If we did a drinking game of your F bombs, we would all be.
Oh,
drinking
God.
We'll be dead. This
We
episode definitely will be dead.
We need to have like an episode where we like air like an old show, but we like cut to us drinking every time Victor drops like an F-bomb.
We could make that show happen.
No, we'd all be like dead.
Not
like
this
like
show.
halfway through, we're just like
Not this show.
No.
Not this show. I feel like when we have breweries on, I definitely cut back on F-bombs. And
the
cursing.
next Giants Cowboys game.
That's in like 18 weeks. 40 years.
You guys should
18
do,
weeks. This is not that many games.
I know.
y'all should do a show where you just do like imported craft beers.
Oh, that'd be a good one. We had one where Victor spent like $30 on like a 6-pack,
4-pack
for a Golden Drock, which is a Belgian strong ale. I want to say
it was a Belgian beer. It was
really tasty,
good beer.
really good beer, but very expensive, and he didn't even notice he got money like that. So
Because I'm reading Seoul has a lot of good craft beers.
really?
Well, South Korea is really big into beer. Big ups to my friends who've been in the military, especially my friend Gerald Sheffield, really good friend of mine. He was stationed out in Korea for many years. That's how he got into beer. Was while he was in Korea.
Koreans love to drink.
Oh man, they're big into drinking, but they love their beer. So I could definitely see like South Korea really being big into craft beer because they love drinking out there. So
See that.
I definitely see like
I'll
Germany.
have to go see if I can find like a Korean supermarket and find a
Well,
out there in
Carrollton,
Carrollton, yeah.
definitely. They have plenty of beer. I've tried plenty of
H Mart or
yeah,
no? K, yeah, H Mart.
H Mart. I've
K Mart.
not Kmart. I've tried plenty of like Asian beer. The Korean style beer is definitely the way to go. No offense to like Filipino beer and Japanese beer. No offense.
Kieran.
Yeah,
Kieran.
Kieran Ichiban.
Japanese beer
It's
is
real
trash.
good.
What do you guys think about this idea?
Kieran's good.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's more of like a
It's light.
like a lager.
It's
yeah,
it's just
lighter.
shitty lager.
It's all right. Throw some Asian food next to it. It's good. What do you guys think about this? What if we had like a mobile setup where we could all go and skydive and drink a beer?
Skydive? Like literally skydive?
Like literally skydive. Could we set that up with a
How
GoPro?
How would we?
We're gonna have
What
like
beer
the,
did you
no,
talk
no, 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 the little beer,
Okay.
the little what do they call those?
I was thinking the same way, like they crack it open and drink beer.
No, shotgun it. Ooh, like
I'm pretty sure YouTube and people have done that before. I'm pretty sure.
we could be the best at it though.
DBT, shotgunning beer, skydiving.
Yeah. Look out for that, guys, coming up. So,
Well, I'm down.
yeah. Well,
I
it's
mean-
about that time.
I definitely would cry the whole time. No offense. Like I cried laughing, but I'll be crying in tears, falling
Of
down.
joy.
But it's about that time, guys. Listen, guys, if you have any recommendation of beers, I definitely want to hear from. We want to hear from you guys about beers you want us to try.
Yeah, we're down.
Any recommendations? Please let us know. The Anyway, Facebook, Instagram, Dallas Beer Talk, our website, DallasBeerTalk.com. Reach out to us. We will love that. Thank you for watching. I do greatly appreciate it. Jedi, thank you for working again. Thank you for buying a beer.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All the beers here today, definitely recommend trying it, man. Give it a shot. We love you guys.
Give that pumpkin pie a slice next to your Martin House beer. Just saying.
That's the fucking thing.
Pro tip. Pro tip.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, have a good weekend, guys. Peace.
Hashtag talking under the influence.